Will I make it? Here it is. If I win this, I should reach 2000. And I choose this because of the rating range between 1950 and 2350. So 2100, 2000 almost, and 2000. So everybody is 2000-ish. So that should give me the 20 points I need if I win. Decided to record myself while playing just in case it happens in front of you. Been waiting for this for a long time. Really takes a lot of games, you know, and I've been playing a little more. Last game was insane. I was sure I was gonna lose. I was able to queen while other people were distracted. I had almost nothing. Ended up winning. Was great. So let's see how this goes. So I should have put my knight here. There will be blunders, by the way. It was and it's cool. You pointed a bunch of blunders in my previous video. And yeah, oh yeah, there is a lot of blunders, and they will continue. It's very complicated. I mean, the reduction of blunders would happen way past 2200 probably. I mean, even then, I completely I made a 2400 rage quit in one of my wins, leading me to 1980. 2400, he gave me a rook for nothing, and he rage quit. So it's really because it's so like there's a super long moves like this. Everything's big. There's everything is touching everything. There's a lot of tension between pieces. You know, it's pretty insane, and it's really fun. The more I play it, the more I like it. Okay, so this is a setup I like using. Okay, this pawn is pushed because of this diagonal here with the bishop. This one is because of this pawn. I don't want it to be pushed like that. And I could push pawns right now. It seems like he wants to do that too. But, you know, I don't like this diagonal too much. So I think I'm just going to go bishop here. I have silly threats like, say, knight here or things like this. But it's his turn right away. So he would have to be really distracted for me to be able to make a threat like knight here attacking his queen and this hanging bishop. The defense against this possibility right away. Of course, I'm not playing against noobs. It's going to be much tougher. Not that I played against noobs last game, but these are stronger players than last game. Because I need those 20 points, so I purposely... Normally, I just go with any rating. I don't care who I play against. So it's open-ended. But in this case, I chose a specific one with specific ratings. Just in case I can win this. I mean, I can win this. It's just going to be difficult. So red is going for the quick queen. Very common. And this is double attacks. I cannot push this. I think I'm just going to develop this bishop right here to defend against the double attack against this pawn. And I can't push for... so should I castle? I don't know. Maybe, because if I castle, I can put my rook here and push pawn. I cannot push this pawn either. So I'm gonna have to take my time. Let's see what they do. Will he bring the queen back? Often they do that. Not always. Maybe he's looking for threats or something he can do. There isn't much. There you go. See? Very common. Not always, but very common. Okay, so this is pushed. Castling doesn't seem very safe. Maybe the other side, even then, even that I'm not sure. I think I'm going to put my queen here and try to push this. You might want to push this here. Takes, kicks my knight. But I do have an open file if he does that. I can always castle the other side. I might castle this side, honestly. Yeah, it's a possibility. So let's see what he does. Does he push? Let's see. This is hanging, by the way. So if he pushes, do I have to take? Not necessarily, but this is hanging, so... Okay, he doesn't push. Push takes, this is hanging. If I castle, push takes, knight here can cover here. Seriously, let's castle. Then I can push the pawn. It's defended, well, it's defended twice again. If he kicks my knight though, it's a problem. Oh, it's defended, no, yeah, twice, yeah. Everybody's at 0. That's going to be a difficult game. Okay, pushing is risky. Again, oh, I could maybe oh, I take away the square though. Well, I was thinking, yeah, maybe rook here. If my knight gets kicked, I'll let him take the pawn. I mean, I don't really care about the pawn. I cared when my rook was here, but if he takes here, he just wins 1 point and I couldn't care less. So I'm going to be able to push here. If my knight gets kicked, this is still protected by, you know, protect twice and attack twice. So I'm okay. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. And they're busy here, so maybe I'll have a chance. Oh, there's this bishop here, but he takes, I take, you know, it's 5 points. Lost for him, well, 1 for me. He even blocks himself. So it's time to push now. And let's try to make a queen. Hoping to do so. Very close to queening here, but he can't because it's covered by the knight. Do I have any threat, anything I can do? This is hanging. Do I take? I mean, it's a 1 point. I have 8 seconds. Again, time pressure again. It's always like that with me. What can I say? Let's take that little point. Every point counts. Oh, I'm gonna have to run away with my bishop. He might attack it. I don't like where it is. It would be safer to just bring it back nice and safe and patient. This is hanging, eh? Rook takes. Oops. Again, I don't care that much, but it's better if it doesn't happen, but I think you could take here. Doesn't. Do I take to oh, well, yeah, I do. I do. Because the bishop protects the knight. I don't see anything bad happening to me here. I really don't see it. I think I just won a piece for free. I think. But I gotta move this. I'm really annoyed by this bishop. It's gotta move. Oh, there's a pawn here. I'm blind. It's okay though. We just exchanged knights. Never mind. I didn't win anything. We just pawn takes after, right? I'm okay with that. It's just an exchange. I didn't see it. I'll be honest. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, we're gonna take over with the voiceover after the fact on Vegas. So my voice might sound different. I decided to keep everything there. I put a little bleep due to the sensitivities of YouTube, but I really wanted to keep the moment genuine. I was really mad. That's because I knew I was waiting for a phone call, but I sort of forgot. I was farming Tap Ninja, then I took a break. I had the phone beside me, waiting for an important phone call, and then sort of forgot about it, and I said, hey, let's try to get that 2000 in 4-way chess. I'll record myself, but I have to play higher players to win 20 points if I win the game. But then the phone rang, so I was super pissed because the game was going well. So now I'm on the phone, and also I even wrote a phone number at one point, and I was listening to the person I was talking to while playing, trying to not lose this good game. I mean, I got 9 points, you know, it's a solid position. My bishop's hanging. I didn't like that. So I think it would have been better if I put, I don't know the coordinates, and I cannot point to anything. I don't have a mouse to point to you. I think commenting live is much easier than than this, but my bishop in front of my rook beside my king, it would have been probably better, honestly, because bishop here, it's alright, at least it's protected, I guess. If somehow blue takes my bishop with his bishop and I take back with the pawn, my queen is sort of exposed. I doubt red would get rid of his 1-point queen. All of a sudden it's not exposed anymore, is it? So I guess I'm okay here. Now I'm running out of time, talking on the phone. I don't know what to do. I'm starting to panic, and I'll play an almost random move. No, it's not completely random because I want to support that bishop and push a central pawn. But the pawn on the bottom right, I don't know the coordinate once again, is completely hanging, so I could lose that pawn. Do I care? Not that much, but I didn't see it. And by the way, I could have run a rook, I think, when the phone rang. I don't know if I would have missed it or not. So that's a blunder, obviously. So if you rewind, at the time where the phone was ringing, I think red had a hanging rook I could take with my queen. I saw it when I started the voiceover, I forgot to mention it. But I answered the phone at that moment. Now, I'm not trying to give excuse here, but I don't know if I would have seen it or not, to be honest, okay? Because I was really focused on my bishop, so I could have missed it anyways. So here I support my bishop, I like that. Now I can push maybe a central pawn, okay? By the way, I gave myself a cue. When I see a black screen, I'm going to stop talking. You won't see that, but I have my system to keep everything in sync. That's why I'm in Vegas right now recording, so everything is synced. When I comment live, I use Audacity. That's why it might sound different, because there's more background noise in Vegas. I'll do my best to make it sound okay. So I'm just waiting here to see what red is gonna do. So everybody's kind of low on time. Maybe green's not too bad, but 22 seconds, 19, I got 16 seconds. Ooh, I almost did a pre-move here, you see that? And then he threatened my bishop. It was accidental. Can you imagine that pre-move? I push my pawn, then I lose my bishop for nothing. I would have been very mad. So this was intended. I want to put my bishop in front of the green king. And the white squares are super weak for green. So that's intended. Not run. Again, pre-move. I was not really concentrated. I'm trying to concentrate, but I'm talking to somebody at the same time. But I saw that the white squares were super weak for green, so put my bishop there. And that will actually pay off soon. I think by that time I'll be back to live commenting. So will I ever push that pawn? But look, rook takes, but still that pawn covers a square, a key square in front of the diagonal of the green king. It will be a key moment in the game. And that central pawn, I can never push it. I really want to do that to make a queen, and here my queen's attack. It's a very not deep one move threat, almost desperate move from blue. I don't know why he did that. Anyways, it's fine. Here we seem to exchange. Was that a knight? I think it was a knight, so I get 5 points. Sure. My king is a little more exposed, but it's not that bad. But red puts a lot of pressure on green. So they're playing a dangerous game here. I don't think it was smart to take with the bishop. But the thing is, though, if somebody... So blue just gave up. Okay, so it was just over for that person. He was maybe hoping that it's sort of a gamble, hoping that somebody attacks me somehow. But it's, you know, it's 4 points for 5, so it's not too bad. Here's a king in check here. And because his king is in check, I'm going to attack his hanging queen. So I'm like, I'm going to win his queen. This is beautiful. I'm still on the phone though. Okay. So, what is red gonna... No, well, what is green gonna do? What is red is gonna do? Check this out. I think we're about to reach the point where I come back to live. It should be, because I remember here something very important is going to happen. He's got 10 seconds in big trouble. What can he do? Not much. Knight here. And I win a queen for free, will I not? Okay, back to live coverage. I was on the phone. What a shame. Really wanted to comment as we were going. Well, I'm back to commenting, and I'll do a voiceover for the rest. I had to take the call. Normally I stay away from the cell phone, but that call I had to take it. Okay, so I do see I can take this maybe. We're doing super well, but let's not take anything for granted. Now he attacks. He sort of protects his own enemy. That's fine. I'm just going to push this pawn and try to make a queen. Might be able to. Blue will be difficult to mate. Oh, he got mated here. 32, 28. Okay, so. Well, I can take. Oh, I almost missed it. Wow, that would have been quite a blunder. So I do get 9 points, but he gets more. I was smart to mate his opponent because he gets 20 points. I get 9, but I'm gonna make another queen. I think I'm doing pretty solid here. So let's keep going. And here I'm going to queen. I just want to see, like, is there threats or anything? I don't see any. So we might get this. We might get this. It's looking good. This is attacked twice, and this is attacked also. So if he wants to save his queen, he can defend this, but it's attacked twice. So he goes here. We can exchange queens. That's, in fact, I could take this, okay? I think I'll exchange queens because he doesn't have any after that, but I have one. And this is hanging, right? So if he takes, I take this. It's hanging. We're winning, man. We're gonna do this. We're gonna reach 2,000. Look, I can take this right there. This game is completely over. No chance. Okay, so now I'm going to simply go here and go with the back rank. I just want to exchange stuff now. Just exchange rooks, eliminate all the material on the board. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here, exchange rooks. It's forced, right, like that. And then I'll go here and threaten mate. I think he can defend against that. I don't care. Just no, I could. Well, if I sacrifice my queen here, it's a bit insane. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want him to push pawns. It does sound insane, but it's actually not that crazy. Bishop here threatens. Like if he takes, I made him. That's actually pretty good. He takes, I made him. So I'll be able to exchange the bishops. That's exactly what I want to do. There you go. Now we're going to do a mate here, and we win 2004. So I'll fill in the gaps where I was not talking because I was on the phone, but we made it to 2000, so I'm super happy. And now we'll aim higher. We'll see. I'll continue playing on my own, and if I make significant progress, then I'll make another video. I hope you like this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.